Let's just do one more, right? Page 46, the essence of Tsongkhapa's teachings. The measure of having generated determination to be free. Generally speaking, once an action has been accumulated, the result has to be experienced. Therefore, although we may be enjoying the delights of the cyclic existence, just now intense sufferings are not manifest. Since we're not free from the action of the shackles and errors, we have no security and no guarantee of lasting happiness. This is the perspective of which this particular text says. Having familiarized yourself in this way, if you do not generate determination for the prosperity of cyclic existence even for an instant, and if you wish for liberation day and night, at the time you have generated determination to be free. By understanding the infallible law of actions and results, you'll be able to see that unless you completely prefer your actions, whatever kind of apparent enjoyment and pleasure you find in cyclic existence will be unreliable. Having understood this, you will not be confused by the pleasures of cyclic existence, and you will be able to curb your attachment to the next life. As human beings in cyclic existence, we normally encounter four kinds of suffering: the sufferings of birth, old age, sickness, and death. Right from birth, we are faced with sufferings. Our life begins with sufferings. At the same time, the process of aging begins and we start to encounter different degrees of sickness. And even when we are healthy, we encounter a lot of disturbances and confusions. Finally, the chapter of our life is closed with our sufferings of death. When we talk about someone who is in cyclic existence, we are referring to a sentient being who is uncontrollably under the sway of contaminated actions and delusions, because we are overpowered by contaminated actions and delusions. We have to take the repeated birth in a cycle, therefore it is called cyclic existence. Right? We have to take repeated birth in a cycle. Therefore, it's called cyclic existence. Of the two contaminated actions and delusions, it is delusions that are mainly responsible for casting us into cyclic existence. When we are free of delusions, we attain liberations. Delusions are states of mind that, when they arise within our mental continuums, leave us disturbed, confused, and unhappy. Therefore, those states of mind that delude or afflict us are called delusions or afflictive emotions. They are the negative qualities that make us unhappy. When they arise within us, it is these internal disturbances and not external conditions that really make us suffer. As long as we have those evildoers residing within us, happiness is impossible. So if we really want to transform ourselves and achieve maximum happiness, we must identify these deluded states of mind and eliminate them. Enlightenment, the states of the greatest happiness, cannot be actualized by any other means than by transforming our own minds. Usually on an ordinary level, we think of delusions like attachments and anger as qualities that make life meaningful and vibrant. We think that without attachment and anger, our whole society or community would become colorless and lifeless. But if you think carefully about it and weigh up the qualities and disadvantages of delusions like attachment and anger, you may find that in short term, they give you some relief and make your life seem eventful. But on closer scrutiny, you will find that the fewer of these delusions we have, even though life may feel less urgent, we develop more inner calm, inner strength, and lasting happiness. Consequently, our minds will be happy, our physical health will improve, and you will be able to engage successfully in virtuous activities. Of course, you might feel that your life now is colorless, unattractive, and without meaning. Yet, if you look for your own and the other sentient beings' long-term benefit and think carefully, you will notice that the more you control your delusions, the greater your peace of mind and physical well-being. In pursuit of physical health, many people do various kinds of yoga exercises. No doubt this is very good for them, but if they were also to do some mental yoga, that would be even better. In short, as long as your mind is disturbed and unsound, you will continue to encounter problems and suffering. As long as your mind is under control, disciplined, and free from these thoughts, you will gain more inner strength, calm, peace, and stability, as a result of which you will be able to be more creative from your own experience. That we have more suffering when our minds are more disturbed by thoughts. We can deduce that when our minds are completely clear of experiences of happiness, will be stable. Our happiness will be stable too. There are two meanings. Very good, extensive to Tsongkhapa's teachings, right? Page 49. That's amazing.